Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to crochet into your foundation stitches. A lot of my shoe patterns say after the first round to then turn your work clockwise and crochet into your foundation chain stitches, and this can be confusing for some people, so hopefully this will help a little bit. Now in my last three videos I showed you how to do a slip knot and your initial chains and then the single crochet stitch along there, and we did 2 single crochet in the second stitch from hook, then 1 single crochet in the next 8, and then we did 2 single crochet in the last stitch, and that's where we are at the moment. So what you need to do now is with your right side facing, just like that, you turn your work clockwise, so you're working around this way and you want to come around here and work along here. So you want to crochet 2 single crochet stitches in your first foundation row stitch. Now this is actually exactly the same stitch as the last one you worked, so you're just going to go through the same stitch as before on the last round, and we'll do 2 single crochet in that stitch. So technically when you did your 2 single crochet in your last stitch on your last round, you're just basically doing 4. So you do another 2 in exactly the same stitch, and that's your first foundation row stitch. Now what you want to do now is, you should actually see it starting to sort of naturally curve round to guide you into where you need to work. So sometimes I work the tail yarn into my stitches as well, but we'll leave that over there for now. So what you need to do is, now if you can see, the second foundation row stitch is there, and if you can see just next to it or underneath it is like a sort of a little dark hole, and that's where you want to put your stitch, that's where you want to put your hook. So you want to go through there like that. A little bit too sunny in here, and you should see 2 pieces of yarn sort of crossing each other, and that should be above your hook, and then you bring your thread through like so, and then finish your single crochet as normal. And there we go, and that's where we worked it. And you should, as you work, you should see the next one open up a little bit. So you find your stitch, then just underneath, slightly to the right, will be like a little hole, and that's where you want to put your hook. So we're going to go through there. We're going to double check that there's a little 2 pieces of yarn on top of your hook. Bring your thread through, and then finish your single crochet stitch. If you don't know how to do single crochet stitches, you can have a look at my previous video. Okay, so we're going to work 1 single crochet in the next 8 stitches following that technique. So we find our next stitch, find the hole underneath slightly to the right, and we're going to go through there. Your hook should naturally find it. If your work is loose enough, it should naturally find it. If your work's a bit tight, it can make it trickier. So make sure you've just got the 2 pieces of yarn sort of crisscrossing on top of your hook. Bring your yarn through and finish your stitch. Now when you did your first row of single crochet, if you made sure that you had, you went through the right hole and you had the right amount of yarn on top of your hook and you weren't catching anything else, then these should be fairly easy to see. If they're not, it might be worth going back to that first row and making sure that you've crocheted them a bit neater to help you find these easier. So we find our next stitch, and then the little hole slightly to the right underneath. I'm going to put our hook through there, have the 2 pieces of yarn, if you can see that, 2 pieces of yarn just on top of your hook. Bring your hook through and finish your stitch. Okay, let's find a next stitch, the hole just underneath to the right, like so. Should have 2 left, so that's our 8 single crochet, and then we need to do 2 in the very last one. So we find our stitch, look for the hole underneath slightly to the right, and obviously this is quite easy to see. So we put our hook through there, bring it round and finish, and do another one, and then we should have 12 stitches on the other side as well. 2 in the first, 1 single crochet in the next 8, then 2 in the last foundation row stitch. And as you can see, that is the beginning of one of my shoes. And then you're going to continue round, working into these stitches. So you have 12 stitches that side, 12 stitches that side, to equal 24 stitches in total. And now you're just going to continue working round into those stitches. Okay.